Hello. Shall I just wait a few seconds while people join?
Yeah, just chat amongst yourselves.
Hello, everyone.
Hi guys!
Hi gang.
We're just chilling. It's been so long since we've seen our gang.
I know, we're so happy to be back together. It's really for a little while.
It's really I just can't wait for that first day of rehearsals and we're just all going to be terrors and just talking all day long.
Oh my god, I know.
We're in trouble.
We are going to get in trouble.
We're going to get in trouble.
We're going to get told off like school kids.
But I love it.
Me too, can't wait. Have we got a few viewers now?
We've got a few.
Okay, great. Hello everyone, welcome. I'm Hana from Six Musical. I am still, and I am covered Jane Seymour and Catherine Parr. I'm here with two of my girls.
Hi, hello. I'm Collette Guitar. I am understudy and dance captain. That's my job. Sherelle.
Hi guys, I'm Sherelle J. I am alternate Anne Boleyn and Anna of Cleves. We just have a fantastic time playing some Queen.
It's super fun. So if anyone has any questions, pop them on through so we can get answering. So you don't just hear us talking a load of nonsense however long.
We've had a question. What is your favourite thing about Six?
Oh, the message. Yeah, it's definitely the message. The women empowerment and like don't compare yourself to someone else. And I think it just is a really strong message for young adults as they are, because we all do it. Like, it's a natural thing.
It's nice that pretty much anyone could come and see Six and identify with one of us on stage. Like I feel like we're real people telling real stories, and I think that's really refreshing.
Yeah.
You don't have to look a certain way or sound a certain way. You just be you and you'll let your individuality shine through, and that's really one of the best things
I think the message of also like fixing each other's crowns.
Yeah.
Because we're in also a hard time, and it feels like sometimes social media or just the world can be really intense and really quite negative, and it's so nice to have a space and a community where the ethos is just to build each other up and really just support, like Hannah said as well. Like I loved coming to the show and being like, oh my god, it doesn't matter like what colour skin I am, what size shape I am. I'm on stage because we are here to tell stories and
very nice. Beautiful.
We're getting quite a few people asking when is Six coming back, so I feel like we need to tell them.
Oh god, precious. Saturday. Are we allowed?
Yeah.
14th. Yeah. We're rehearsing from the 2nd of November, and then we open on the 14th.
Because we've not done it since March, so we're going to need
We need
a
some
little bit of
rehearsals.
refresh.
Where is it going?
Oh, it's going to the Lyric.
I just drove past there and I was like, because I literally haven't gone. I feel like everyone's gone and take pictures and videos of everyone. I've been like, guys, I live in Kent. Like, I actually don't even live that far. But I just drove past it and I was like, oh my god. But I didn't even drive past and park up and do that.
It's really cool. Yeah,
It's so exciting.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. So they're obviously we've got to be socially distanced with our audience. So they're taking all the seats out of the auditorium and putting them back so that everyone's safe and within a safe distance from each other. So it will be different, won't it? But I just think any way we can get back, I'm like, let's go for it. So yeah, it's really exciting.
And I think we're quite lucky that I know that without those kind of spaces, it's going to feel a little bit more empty. But the nature of our show is so much like a concert where they're like really involved with us that I don't think it's going to feel. There might be some audiences or some shows where it's really quiet and it might feel a bit empty. But with us, I think we're going to get that energy straight away.
Yeah.
I think we're very lucky. Yeah.
And there'll be more room to have little boobies. So.
Yeah, exactly. And get on and dance.
Yeah.
So you're all alternates in Six. What's your favourite Queen to cover?
I hate
questions.
It's too hard. That's so mean.
It's like different days, different queens.
Yeah.
It's like picking your favourite child.
Yeah. You're not allowed as well. So. I don't know. What you go?
I don't know. I think if I had to be pushed to make a decision, it would probably be Parr.
Okay.
But I think that's because I feel she's the most similar to me. So it's like the least, like a small leap I'd have to take. Do you know what I mean? Like, whereas if I was Cleves, I haven't done it yet. But like if I have to play Cleves one day, like that will be a real challenge for me because it's like the furthest Queen away from what I'm like as a person. So yeah, probably Parr for me.
I mean, you're well off.
I think for myself, like you guys saw, I was so scared to play Cleves that I was like, this is the most cringe thing for me because it's not like she's a stand-up comedian, but there's an essence of like
She
you
has
have
to
to
make people laugh.
and I was just so scared. I was like, no, I'm not funny. And then I just really started to enjoy the fact that, like he said, it was quite, well, the opposite, sorry, that it's quite far away from me as a character, so I could actually just become a character.
Yeah.
I think I was so scared of being on stage and being like Sherelle as a singer, I was like, oh my god, please no.
Sherelle the stand up.
Yeah, stand up. Exactly. Whereas with Berlin and stuff, I feel like I can really like just be a like, I don't know, a fun kind of naughty version of not even Sherelle, but just a queen that's oh, it's just fun. It's fun. They're fun. Berlin and Cleves, I do love them.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's my favourite because I genuinely love playing all of them, but the one I'm most comfortable playing is probably Arrogant. I love her, and she's Spanish, so
Obviously, it's a while ago now, but when you found out that you'd been cast in Six, how did you react and what did you do that day?
I cried. First of all, got off the phone and I cried, and I was alone, so I had no one to like look next to and be like, "Hey, guess what? I freaking got it!" But like, I was just sort of there like. Get me! It was just really exciting, but I think I cried, had a cup of tea, and then on the rest I didn't.
I was on a job. I was filming the Jamie film, and there was a few people that I'd worked with in Jamie.
God.
Was you there?
Yeah,
I was
I
there when
definitely
you
got the calls.
So had you found out before me?
Yes, but we had different audition processes. I think.
Fine.
Yeah.
But like literally, I didn't think I'd got it. So when I got the call, I was like, I thought it was a random number. I answered it, and I think Kirsty stood next to me, or Jay, and like I was like, oh, and then they were like. There was like silent conversations happening, and I was like, oh yeah, okay, fab. And then it got, I was crying. I was like,
I remember that.
Yeah.
So strange.
Yay.
It was so
Yeah.
I was at home with my other half, and I just got a phone call, and it was a big. I mean, it's a big thing anyway, because it's an amazing show. But I've never done West End before, so that for me was like, oh my god, that was always what I'd set out to achieve. And it's like, I've actually done it. Like that was what I always said. One day, like, I want to be in the West End. That's the goal. And I was like, I'm gonna do it. Like it was just really surreal, but amazing. But just so I don't know what I thought I would
It's
feel
one of those,
like.
you can't explain it moments because you're proud and you're like so excited, but it's like you almost want to cry.
Yeah.
Everything I've worked for.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Like, I don't know. It's so dramatic.
I rang my parents. My mum was like, right, I'm bringing the prosecco round. Let me in with it. Like she was, it was just really like a lovely time. Yeah.
And what was the audition process like?
Long.
No, it was lovely. It was one of the best audition processes I've ever had.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I think I've done 2 processes for 6 now, because I auditioned a while back when they were looking for 2 more alternates, and it went to the lovely Vicky and Courtney, which of course were fantastic. And then I just had a really random day where I got called in, so that process was the long process.
Yeah.
We were there for
I did that one
4
too.
days. But then my second one, I think I went in, and I was in a different show, so I had to go really early. I went in and they were like, cool, what Queen songs do you know? And I was like, well, I've sung all of them for you before, so which one would you like? So I think I sang No Way and Don't Lose Your Head and left, and I was like, right, well, that was short and snappy. That's not what the last audition process was like. And I was like, oh god, maybe it didn't go well. And then, I got it, so I was like,
Oh my god, they obviously seen it.
I never done Berlin once in any of my auditions. So when they obviously said to me Berlin, I was like, but how? Like, how do you know? Like what? Like so that's and I think because I don't know, maybe there's a little bit of attachment you get in the audition process. Like I was doing Cleves and Pass, so I was like really like I love Pa's song. I was like so attached. So when I got Berlin, I was a bit like, oh, I'm not sure. Now like I love it. Like you know how fun Berlin is. It's so much fun to play. So fun to play. Fun to play. Yeah. It was definitely like. I think if you've been able to do a few in the auditions, then you kind of are like, okay, I'm open to any. But I think I definitely got a little bit attached to Pa, and I was a bit devoed. But
You're a beautiful bar.
Yeah.
You still get to do it.
Yeah, no, I am glad that I get
Stunning.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. I loved about the audition process that I've never been so involved with like the other auditions
Someone else's
before.
process.
Yeah. How did
so
you actually find that though in the room?
terrifying.
Yeah, I
absolutely terrifying. But then now when I look back, I'm like, it's so clever because
And
you
and
do
also to have
need
a
that.
performance. Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, like we were all doing backing for each other. So the way it happened was, say you were auditioning for Berlin, they'd be like, okay, everyone who's up for Berlin, you all come into the room together and you sing in front of each other, which is quite hard because you know you're against all these people. But it didn't feel like that.
No,
It was
it
just
just
so
felt like
supportive.
Everyone's so different. Like, I
Yeah.
remember seeing so many different types of girls, like not even just trained, like people that were just like normal girls coming in and singing, and I was like blown away. But
Yeah.
you couldn't even tell who would get the job because it was like everyone's so unique. It's just kind of, I guess, what will make sense as a cast. But
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, like doing Cleves in front of other people, that comedian again, I hate it.
But yeah, it was a good process.
It was a good process.
Yeah.
Obviously, auditioning is daunting, but do you have any tips on before you go into an audition for anyone that's a budding actor or actress?
I would say like the biggest thing, because everyone gets nervous. Like people who say they don't, like
They're lying.
Yeah, there's different degrees, but everyone will be a bit apprehensive. I think the biggest thing is just to prepare. Like if you know that you know your whatever it is, the song, the monologue you're doing, like inside out, back to front, like that's the best thing really. If you know that
you're
you're
having that extra stress of
Okay.
I'm going to forget the
Yeah.
next. And I think that's what gives you the anxiety in the room is when you're thinking I'm going to mess up. But if you practice and if you've got it down, there's no reason as to why you're going to feel like, you know what, yes, I'm scared because it's today and I'm on the job,
Yeah.
but I'm really prepared and I've got it down.
Mhm. I think it's so easy as well to be like, oh, they're there to judge me, like the panel's there to judge me. But like, someone said to me once, and I was like, that's so true. You never think of it this way. That they want to cast their show, like they want you to be good. They don't, they don't want to spend weeks and weeks looking for people. Like hopefully they come in day one, bosh, job done. Like
They're not looking to put you down.
no, they want you to be great. So
And I think, I don't know why I had this perception, maybe just from college and just an idea of what you have to do, but like go in, present yourself, this is, and I just kind of cringe over the fact that I probably spent my first few years out of college doing that. Hi, I'm Sherelle J, like with this really like monotone voice. Whereas now I like to go in and have a bit of a chat and a bit of banter with people, like because they want to see that you want to spend weeks in a rehearsal room. You want to think, oh my gosh, I'm not going to be with someone that's just like robot. So I think one thing I've learned is to kind of just be myself more in the room. I mean,
It's easier said than done, but like the more you can just be your authentic self, the more comfortable you make the panel feel, which then makes you feel more comfortable. Like
you'll feel for each other. Yeah.
A few people asking, what got you into performing?
Do you know what? I actually can't even really remember. Like for as long as I can remember, I've always done it. I've always wanted to do it. Like my mum did Andrew when I was a kid, and I was like remembering lines that she had when I was like 3 or 4, and I've always danced. But like, I don't know. I think it's just something that you, if you've got a passion for it, you just I don't remember an exact moment. I used to beg to go, like, please mum, please mum, let me go to performing arts college. Like when I leave at 16, let me go. My mum was like, no, you've got to get your A-levels first. Blah, blah.
Did you?
Yeah.
Really?
And now I'm really grateful because knowing what I'm like as a person, I wouldn't have been ready to go off at 16. No way. So it was good that I had that like foundation. And I don't know. I think it's quite a vulnerable time, isn't it? From 16 to 18.
It is, and there's so much pressure. And I think that is something that like I'm really passionate about as well with I say students, but that kind of age in college. It's when you start having like insecurities and like your mental health affected because it's massively based on like your confidence and I just think I wish it was a bit more like nurtured. Like I think sometimes college can be so strict, which I guess you need to have thick skin in our industry, but it's a lot. And I do agree. I went to dance school when I was 16 and I just don't think I was ready. Like it was fine, like I had a great time, but I wish maybe a bit of time out to kind of learn who I was a little bit. But then people still learn at 30.
Exactly.
They can't get it right.
it's a very different experience for everyone as well.
Yeah.
I think.
Did either of you have like a performance that you went and watched and you were like, oh, that makes me want to do it, or you saw something like, because you girls are amazing dancers as well. Like, was there a
I'll
dance?
be really honest.
Yeah.
I probably should have said I hated musical theatre. Like I genuinely was like so cheesy. Because I was always like I wanted to be a hip hop dancer. I wanted to dance behind artists, and like my career has went so the opposite that I'm kind of like, wow. If I didn't listen to my college teacher at the time who was like, you need to go to a musical theatre course, and I was like, no, I want to stay on dance course. So I'm glad that I did, but yeah, I never thought that that would be a direction for me at all. I was like ready to just be in my hood for the rest of my life. And, like, no, still am. Yeah, no, but you know, I love a little bit of cheesiness now. It's fine. It's okay. It's embrace it. No joke. Do you have anything like that?
I think, I don't know, loads of things like, okay, no, there was a girl group called Audition, and they performed at Blue one year, and well, not just 1 year, but 1 year I watched it and I was like, oh my.
And they were the same thing, they still feel like female empowerment as well.
Yeah, it's female empowerment, just a bunch of women dancing like hip hop, and it I don't know, it just, I was like, yeah, I want to be that, I want to do that. Let me join in. And yeah, I think it was just going to move it actually, generally.
Yeah,
because
so
then I got to see like professional performers and performers in training to decide like where I wanted to go and stuff like that. There was also a piece that Masters College did that I was like, oh my god. Also, if anyone's watching and has any idea what I'm talking about, it was the one that they did to Let's Have a Kinky. And all in red dresses, and I remember it honestly so well. And they were like, let's have a dance. And I was like, but yeah, I think they're probably standouts for me.
What's your dream role on stage?
God. Such a difficult question. Probably Aaron Burr. Seriously. Any male in Hamilton, for real, like, I would love to play. I don't know, there's so many roles that are amazing. It's hard to just pick one. I don't know.
I've got kind of got two. Like, one is a bit cliche, but I would love to play Fontaine in Les Mis. I'm looking at the dream, so I'm like. But I also am obsessed with Billy Elliot the musical. Obsessed. Like, if I could just be in that, woman with car bag, but if I could just be in that, like doing anything, I literally don't care what I do. Back row, doing nothing. Like, that show, just something about it, I just love it. Yeah. What about you?
Again, I'll be honest, because I didn't have that like thing with musical theatre growing up, I don't think there's a lot of like long-standing shows that I wanted to be in, and I think I'll be really honest, and I think this is a discussion that I seem to be in a lot of. I think musicals, when I was growing up, there wasn't a lot of me in shows, so I didn't feel like I want to be on stage here, because I didn't feel that kind of representation back when I was growing up. Oh my god, I sounded like I was so old back when I was growing up. But I feel like now I'm really excited for the new shows that are gonna come out.
Yeah.
And I feel like I know I'm gonna be more. Yeah.
New writing.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of what my career has been in. Like literally, X Factor musical, Jamie, Six. Like it's all new shows. Like I'm not really thought of myself being in those kind of shows. So I'm pretty open, but I know that the way that the writing and stuff is going, I feel like there's going to be tons of new roles for me to explore as well.
Yes.
And just taking it back to Six, is there a moment while you've been in Six that will stand out for the rest of your life? Be it a funny moment, or an inspiring moment, or a moment where you think, oh my god, why did I do that?
There's so many of those.
There's so many funny ones.
There's loads of funny ones. I think probably my debut will stand out for me forever and ever, because it was just like one of the best.
Did you have a good time?
Yeah.
I think that's blocked from my memory.
I mean, it was kind of a blur. Like when I came off, everyone was like, how'd it go? And I was like, honestly, I don't know, but it was great. Like, I just had so much fun, but I have no idea how it went. I think that was
I could tell you how it went. It was amazing. I was like that. Yes, go yes.
Do you have one, Hannah?
Probably my debut. But also, I remember there was one time where, because we can see in the arts, especially, you can see a lot of the audience, especially the front row. And there was this one time where there was a little boy with his mum, and he was so poorly, bless him. Like, he had tubes and stuff, and he was really not well. And I watched him, I was hard, I think, and I took his phone at the end, and he was so poorly, but he was like mouthing, miming every word, just like having the best time ever. And I was like, you know, you just have those moments, you're like, that's why we do it.
Yeah.
Like, if you can give someone that escape just for like an hour, and like, that's why. Like, and it just, I don't know, it was so like heartwarming. And then I took his phone at the end, and he was like absolutely beside himself, and I was like, oh man, that's nothing better than that. It's just the best.
I don't really have a moment like that. Like, I really can't remember my debut at all. I really don't. I think for me, like, this whole show has been a massive achievement for me. Girls know how I feel about like sometimes singing on stage. I get so nervous, and I think just how I've seen myself and my confidence grow. Like, I'm just proud of the journey, because that first, as I said, I can't remember it because I was probably just, I don't know. I was probably just like, can't. So the fact that now I can enjoy it and actually like live on stage and just be in it, that for me is just like something that I remember when someone asks me about like favourite jobs and times, it will be like just being on stage and being able to like have a great time.
Yeah.
And when
Also,
you're
hang on, funny moments. Let's go.
God,
Before the
so-
show even started, Alexia falls downstairs.
Oh, that was amazing.
Was hilarious. Like, I genuinely don't know how.
That was horrible.
I mean, yeah.
Like,
it
there was a
horrendous.
part of me that
She
also
was
was like, please, Kevin Pratt's a billion. Okay, I was thinking she's got to go, so I'm like, horrible.
It was like, yeah, it's
really dropped that time as well.
yeah.
Oh
I mean,
my
I
God.
wasn't on
I
board, and I
wasn't
just
either.
heard like a roar, and I was like, is everyone all right? And I just sort of ran down the stairs, and I was like, oh my God, what are they
Stood there.
doing? They just stood there, like,
Right.
I guess.
I had one when I had been on, I think it was a 2 shows in, I'd been on as Par, and then I went on as Seymour, and I in no way went totally into Par's track. And so then I had 4 steps in, no, it wasn't that bit, so I had, daughters are so easy to forget to get back to where I was supposed to be. If you've met me, my legs are short, and I had to travel from this corner of the stage to like up here, and it was horrendous. My dad runs, so I was like, oh my God, like, said to mum, and she was like, oh, I didn't notice, and I was like, how can you not? It was hilarious. It was
Wait,
so
what was
good.
that one where we was, I don't know if you guys was on the stage as well, but we was in the 6 at the back, and you know when we did the ad lib and like, oh, she should have done this. Who said something? Someone said something really funny, and then I couldn't. I can't remember. I was crying, and then every time I look at Natalie, she's crying, and I was like, I just can't. I just
Natalie
feel
was
so
so
like.
That's the worst. Like, if something funny has happened, I have to not look at her.
I actually tell myself, do not look at Natalie,
Yeah.
because I know if I know I want to have a laugh, I just have to look at her.
Yeah, there is so many. So,
Oh no, it was 1, 2, 3, 4,
5.
5. Or so I can't remember, but
Oh,
1,
yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5.
5. We were like literally we could see on stages. Oh, it's so funny.
I think I was far as well, so I was like,
Oh no. Yes, because you said, can you get it together, girls? Or something. Oh my God.
so good.
Sorry, Collette.
when watching the show, what's your favourite song to watch?
Probably Holbein.
oh my God,
Just
yeah,
because
it's great.
it's mental. Like,
Yeah.
the first time I watched it, I was like, what is happening? This is amazing, hilarious, ridiculous, just brilliant. Like,
Yeah.
the rafts, the glasses, the accents, like,
You just don't know it's happening.
No.
You have no idea.
and it's been
that's
so
about to happen.
serious
Yeah.
up until that point. You're like, oh well, you know, yeah, these queens really had it bad, and then how did that happen? And you're like, huh? Right, okay, yeah, like, it's just a bit like relief, and it comes exactly at the right time.
It's perfect.
But yeah, it's hilarious.
I kind of like ex-wives. I think as an audience member, or even as an alternate and kind of having to go outside and watch sometimes, I love that like when it introduces, you just see someone different at each time, or someone tells a new version, and I just think it's the intro, and you just see so much of, and then you learn so much about history. Like I remember watching the show, like, oh yeah, I forgot that. Like it's just it's so clever, yeah, and it's so clever, and it's so like well, like even just they have a couple of 8s to kind of say who they are and what they've done, and it's just genius. And I think being an audience member or just someone watching it for the first time is like, wow, what have I come to watch? Because you have no idea. You're like, I'm going to watch it about like 2 times. Like, what's happening?
Yeah.
And then that comes, and you're like, ah, these fierce girls.
Yeah. I think another one is probably the end of Par's song. So when it becomes like a remix. And yeah, everyone does like a little dance break and a little groove at the front, which gets everyone going, and then Pa just finishes it off, and everyone's like, yeah. And then honestly, as soon as she's like, wait, I'm leaving that. And like, genuinely, that's one of my favourite moments in the show,
Yeah.
is the audience reaction to that.
Yeah.
And I feel like we've probably come together as a sisterhood.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, yeah, it feels really cool. Like I'm always like, yeah.
Yeah.
We are
do
girl
that.
group, yeah. But it's a real like, I don't know. Yeah, it's cool.
And if there was another queen, what colour would they be?
Ooh. I don't know.
I literally was trying to think of, but they all, I was say purple, but that's kind of what the
Show
show
colour, yeah.
Colour of the show.
Yeah.
Yellow, but it would have to be quite far away from
The gold.
the gold and the rusty
Yeah.
orangey.
I don't know. Silver. Didn't Lex used to have silver on hers and then it
Yeah.
changed? Maybe silver?
Am I running out of colours? Like pink? Zara kind of.
Yeah.
But that's what
tan.
Okay, bye!
I was like, oh wow.
That's how you know I've never played Power.
I'm really so blue. Like, I don't know. I'm just literally looking around for
Yeah. Another colour, please. Help.
What else is there? I don't know. I don't know.
brown.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Sorry.
And just one more thing about Six. What's your favourite line in the show?
Oh my god. There's so
Well,
many.
now we need a quick revision check.
Yeah, I love Belinda's line, the one at the end about you should know what is it.
Oh my
So,
God.
oh,
That's
do I get it?
Oh,
Is it
yeah.
it?
Yeah. Yeah.
I like, I mean, I can't think of it because I've been put on the spot, but when Cleve says, she says, what's her gag line? Just kidding.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I know this.
Just kidding.
It's amazing.
My life's amazing.
My
Oh
life's
yeah.
amazing, yeah. Thank you.
I do think as well, Seymour has some great lines. Like, I love, well, we've literally been doing that for the last hour.
Yeah.
Like, that always gets a
That's
laugh.
Yeah.
It's just so deadpan. I love it.
Yeah.
There are so many, I don't know. It's loads.
Yeah. Loads.
I quite like the whole, everyone's line when the audience realises, like right at the end when we're like, oh yeah, we could have done something else.
Yeah.
If only we could have done something.
Yeah, that's a great section.
Yeah, we said, you got just fell out of my mouth. Honestly, it was just sort of like, I must have maybe like.
The other day, I was like, I wonder if I can remember opening chat.
No.
And I can.
Oh, you can.
Yeah, but after that, it's like,
Oh well, congratulations.
Yeah, I mean, I just look like this psycho doing all the parts by myself. My mum's like, you okay?
I'm just really around in your head because some bits music.
Yeah.
But we're not good at
Yeah.
And obviously, it's been quite a while since Six has performed in the West End, and you guys have been on stage. What's kept you motivated throughout lockdown?
our group chat probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, just speaking to these girls daily sort of reminds me of like what we have outside of work as well, like real girl bonds. And yeah, I don't know, that like every now and then someone will put something positive in there. If it's not positive, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah. We do have a good old group chat.
Yeah. We check in a lot, don't we? Like, you leave your phone for an hour and you come back and there's like,
Yeah, I think
25
at least
minutes.
every day. That's something that, like, at least every day I think there's always something.
Something.
And I think that's just so nice considering we literally haven't been together for, I don't know what it is now, 8 months, 6 months,
Mm.
I don't know. And that, you know, some people might not have heard from their classmates at all, so I think it's nice that we've all been in
Yeah.
touch and we've been able to see, I say each other, but we've all been, you know, enough involved with what's going on with everyone as well.
Yeah.
I think it's so nice that, like, a personal favourite thing of mine during lockdown has been to see everyone, like, thrive in their own way. So whether that's workshopping online, doing concerts, being creative, coming up with it. Like when Danielle done the whole candles, I was like,
Yeah.
like it's just so good to just see people in hard times either come together or just get creative because we had to. And I say this all the time, like having that space, we're just never gonna have that ever again. We're never gonna have 8 months of just like, here you go, there's time.
Yeah.
Like, so it's hard at the end.
Never is, never comes.
But it, you know, I know it's been hard, but in a way, it's so refreshing to just see yourself without a job, a show, a this, that.
You have a bit of time to
yeah.
connect and tune with yourself, what makes you happy. Because in our job, is something that was once a hobby.
Yeah.
So you forget,
Yes.
like, we put everything into our job and we love our job, which is amazing, but it's like, what do I actually enjoy
Yeah.
apart from that? Like,
Yeah.
because that's what I do every day now, so what do I do to relax? Like, so
Yeah.
it's been quite nice to have that time to be like I've read.
Yeah.
I could not tell you the last time I read a book, unless I'm on holiday, I just don't. And I've read so much, like just no pressure on it, just like, you know what, I feel like having a little sit down and read. You know what I mean? Like, just, yeah, it's been really
Spending
nice.
time with family and friends.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm saying this, I'm quite not scared. Obviously, I'm very fortunate. We're very fortunate to go back next month, but I'm so scared because I've gone from not ever seeing family and friends and not having a social life to like having 8 months of it and being like, this is so lovely, and then being like, oh, okay, like I'm gonna have to readjust all over again. It's a massive drastic like lifestyle change. Yeah.
I'm kind of frightened of how tired I'm going to be.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And like we've all tried things like we've all tried to keep up with our fitness, but you can't replicate
No, you
8
can't.
shows a week of 6. You just can't.
No.
So like
It's not the same.
about 10 days rehearsals, we're gonna die. That's fine. Still pretty good.
Boot camp.
Yeah, 6 boot camp.
So obviously Six comes back to the West End on the 14th of November at the Lyric, but have you guys got your performance dates yet?
Oh, sorry.
But
So many people want to
honestly,
know.
as soon as we know,
Yeah.
you will know.
Yeah.
Because like, I want to tell the world when I'm on, because I want my family and friends to come and watch. Obviously, I want you guys to come and watch. Like, yeah.
It's
And
so
you-
hard anyway, and I think, you know, we are quite lucky that we even do sometimes get set shows, because I know certain times when I've been in other shows, you're just on last minute and it's really hard to get people in. So as much as it's frustrating, I know when we do get it, like you guys will know and you can book tickets and
Yeah,
stuff.
but it used to be around a week before that we would find out.
I just don't think they're going to know until we head back into rehearsals and we see how everyone's doing. Obviously, as well, I mean, I'm sure everyone's been thinking how it will work, but like, you know, if someone's got any kind of minor cold or something,
Yeah.
does that mean that, you know, we step? It's so hard to
There's a lot to
know
think about.
what's going to happen.
Yeah, but you will know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you will know. Don't worry about it.
That's everything. Thanks, girls.
Thanks for having us around. Keep positive, and we'll see you soon. See you next month.
Bye.